Here we've got our incredible band, and this is a one-of-a-kind experience I'm so proud to be a part of. And they're just an acronym, but it's a little bit of something to kind of keep your interest going. It's BUSM. Now, this is a one-of-a-kind experience, and I'm really excited to introduce. Over here we have Dustin, we have Mike, we have Sean,
What up?
and we have lovely Bree. Hi everyone, welcome. How's everyone doing today?
Staying
Doing
alive,
great.
Pete.
What's happening, Pete?
Thanks for having us here.
Oh, thank you for being here. We're really excited to be able to hear some music, especially what's up and coming right now for you, touring dates, release information, and of course the history, teaching us all about the unique acronym BUSM.
Yeah.
Now, just educate everyone for a second. What's this all about?
Well, I actually have a story behind this name. There's different ways of like how we always say it, but to my understanding, there was one night where me and Sean are brothers. We've known each other all
By
our
blood.
lives.
By blood. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
So
I got
we're hanging
excited.
out one
I got
day.
excited.
We were really high at the time, quite
Whoa.
young.
He was.
And well, I don't know, weed was illegal at the time, but yeah, we were really high. And Sean was in a mode, and he got the idea of the name Bosom in his head, and it was bosom, you know. So it was I was like, you know, like bosom, like titties, like
supple.
chest,
Like Jennifer.
and he was like, no, it's BUSM, bosom. Like for some reason, you had this idea that you wanted to get that name out like that, and I was like, is it like an acronym? And you're like, I guess we should
Yeah,
probably
we were
make
gonna figure it out.
And then we
were gonna.
the word came first, and then we decided that we'd call it Big Up Sour Mash.
Big Up Sour Mash. Now, I would personally love to big you up with some Sour Mash, but we have a very unique sponsor for today. It ends up being Crazy Monkey Vodka.
Love it.
Done by Nickel 9 Distillery here in Toronto. It's really important to celebrate promoting local talent in all dimensions, and I'm going to be making you some cocktails.
Perfect.
So as we're going to be enjoying ourselves, so my pleasure, the first one we're going to be going for is we are going to try a signature cocktail from Crazy Monkey, referred to as the Crazy Monkey Kamikaze. So as we're stepping through each bit, I want to get to know a little bit about you guys, like the history. We know about Big Up Sour Mash, but at the same time, how did you all meet? There's actually a really wonderful story. We know about you being brothers, but if I read up correctly, there was a fated night, something about the internet, and the next thing we know, Mike. And it didn't involve a cat or a fish.
Bingo. Well, I met Sean when I was birthed.
He came out of the whim. I was like, yo, so, dude, here's a bass guitar.
Oh, dude.
Figure it out.
Oh, dude, you play guitar? I'm like zero.
Yeah. You're gonna finger blast the 4-stringer.
Right. So fast forward, like, 17 years later.
No, like
Oh, no, it even
25.
more. Yeah, more.
More,
Do your,
yeah.
do your
Right.
math, son. Wow,
Whatever.
your math game?
You're
Subpar.
right. So whatever.
But I love you.
Yeah.
I love
It
you.
was probably about 2015, 2016. Me and Sean had been dinking around with different things, and I was in another band at the time, and I was encouraging Sean to just go out there and just start jamming with people.
Nice.
And so
So when you're saying that you were jamming, would I go so far as to say that you were shaking it?
we were shaking.
Just like that? A little here, a little there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Continue.
I love this guy. So we were shaking it. We were shaking the things, and
I was shaking it hard. It was a hard struggle.
it was a struggle.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
But we always jammed, and eventually we and Sean were just thinking that we should. For Sean, we wanted to make an album out of the songs that Sean made as a kind of an acoustic comedy.
Okay.
Again, Sean would just get really drunk and just sing about absolute crazy, ridiculous things. I think one of our original songs that we had was Shave My Balls.
It was about manscaping.
Yes.
It was great.
As the name suggests.
As the
It was
name-
great.
As the name implies. So that's.
Still love that song.
We had another one. Oh God, what else did we have?
Buttermilk pancakes.
Buttermilk pancakes was
Classic.
a fun one.
Buttermilk pancakes.
Yes, it's exactly as ridiculous as it sounds. We had one called Gemify,
Oh yes, beauty.
The Shocker,
Oh yes.
two in the pink and one in the stink.
Right.
I'm sensing a bit of a theme here.
Yeah, there is a vibe. There is an attitude.
We're on a roll back then.
Yeah.
It was
so,
a sour mash of trash.
Yeah, but so Sean was
was
writing
great.
these songs.
It was beautiful. It was a
And
beautiful moment.
I was playing the bass. We got together, and I wanted to get something going. So what we did is your girlfriend at the time, Maggie, put out the thing on Kijiji, to
She
find a
did.
drummer. Yep.
She's
and
like, you need a drummer? Kijiji.
Kijiji.
Boom.
I
You
guess
know?
that's where I came in.
Next
right.
day.
Not just for secondhand furniture.
bingo, right? So that's how it happened. That's how we met our drummer, is just through a Kijiji ad. And then the three of us got together. Originally, it was supposed to be just us making Sean's album. Sean had a good job and the
My
money at the time.
shitty garb album.
Yep, it was just mostly Sean's baby at first, and then once it kind of stuck,
my
it sort of
demented brainchild.
that's right. It took on its own legs once we all kind of figured it out.
And this is what brought you to this moment, at least this exact moment. But then as the story continues to unfold, we will go with a
very
kamikaze
much,
cheer.
Pete.
Please enjoy.
Kamikaze cheer.
Go, Pete.
Well, thank you very much, Pete, for
Bring it
getting
in.
us this going for us.
It's going to be a combination of Crazy Monkey vodka. You'll enjoy a little bit of citrus. There's some orange. There's some extract, a little bit of simple syrup. Kamikaze all day long. Simple, refreshing, nothing
That
over the top.
Combo of ingredients. You could almost say it's crazy.
Yeah, this monkey here,
I love my job.
This guy's just a monkey.
monkeying around, eh, bud?
So with the Crazy Kamikaze, I
Oh my God,
want
you could just live in there.
Well,
This is pretty good.
yeah, I'm glad you're
going ape
enjoying it.
over it.
Refreshing. It was
You're
a
going
great
monkey
way to
over
put
it.
Your tending of the bar skills are impressive, sir. I must
Well
say.
tended, sir.
Well tended.
I feel quite tended.
Yes.
Wow.
I feel attended to.
I believe he referred to himself as a tar bender.
It's true.
So I feel bended.
Damn, I'm bended.
I almost do say you have to raise your pinky up. It's not delightful.
Fancy.
Impeccable.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Pete. This is delicious.
Yeah, this is actually really good.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Well, there is more to come.
Awesome.
My nipples are getting so hard.
By the second. Yeah.
So as we're talking about just over cocktails for entertainment purposes, and of course the camera is still rolling, so you ended up meeting and became part of the band. Now, I love your last name being Loyal. That has just got so many segue opportunities.
All right.
When you ended up meeting with these crazy fraternity, how did it end up changing things for you? There's very unique elements to the sound that creates what you are for your band, as I've read up and as what I've been able to learn. So it's this combo of like dark eroticism, if I'm not mistaken. There's jazz funk, and what was the term? Glitter pop.
Yeah.
Glitter
Now,
pop.
bringing that all together under one banner, walk me through it. Teach me something. What's
funny.
what's this all about?
Well, I think that the three that you just mentioned really is like each one of our roots. I like to have that dark, erotic Jim Morrison Doors kind of like thing that I've always added.
Yeah,
Sean's
you freak me
really
out
got
sometimes.
it. That's why I'm
You
here.
freak me out sometimes.
I
But
try
it's
for
good
it.
though. It's like you
I keep you on
make
your
me
toes,
know that
eh?
I'm alive.
Yep.
I like to keep people on their
Yeah.
toes. You know,
Yeah.
like scrounging your toes like that.
Look at that.
Dark and erotic.
Keep him curled.
It's so dark.
Yeah. Sean is kind of like, he was doing the glittery, poppy kind of like element of a lot of our stuff. And it's part of what makes
Basically,
our stuff.
I'm whack. I'm whack.
He's whack, Jack. Because we try to find a combination of
You could say.
shocky
Crazy.
art rock on my end, and then like, you know, palatable commercial stuff that is not just me being super artsy and weird. You know, it's something that people can catch as a melody, and Sean is the mastermind of the toe tapping, of the stuff that everybody recognizes as a melody that you can remember.
And the toes should continue to tap. I'm loving that.
I crunch him, and
Yeah.
Sean makes him
Oh
tap.
yeah. I'm all about the,
Most
all
toes
about
tap.
tapping, you
That's
know. Tap, tap, taparoo. Taparoo, taparoo.
Yep. And then Mike had those elements of being a drummer. You know, like you really
Mike's
really
the
have
glue that keeps it all together.
that jazzy, bluesy
More of,
thing.
more of a liquid. I can kind of form to my container, you know?
Totally.
So I can just
Be like
kinda-
water, friend.
Yeah.
This guy's like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
This is a genius.
I
Amazing.
don't know if I'm close to the master.
All right, so we're going to be wrapping up these cocktails in 1 second. I'm going to be freshening up the drinks for you with the next round. So we're going to be right back in just a moment. So as things have changed in the Toronto music scene, you originally coming from Durham region in Oshawa, give us a little bit of insight in comparison, contrast, experience, how you've evolved moving from east to west. How's it been for you?
Yeah. It's been good. Oshawa's treated us well. There's a few venues down there. There's the music hall, and as well, there's lots of changes that have been going on since the pandemic happened. One place has moved to another place. The guys that have one place have also moved to another place. The Biltmore is happening now. While the pandemic was happening, we actually got to play on a live stream up at the Biltmore Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had 4 cameras on us. It was like a video DJ operation. It was really cool. So, it was things like that that really got us kind of like through the pandemic,
So really testimony to the music industry being able to pivot, and as well yourself as artists,
Yeah.
being able to get yourself out there, get your music out there. Speaking of which, your music, for the tracks that are available, all on your platform, on your home webpage, you've got access to everything, either Spotify, YouTube. I checked the links myself.
Yep.
There's some really great tracks on there that people should know about for what you did during the pandemic, and it was a little unconventional too. You did them as singles.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
So
yeah.
tell me all about that. I'm actually going to make some drinks right now because we have another one here. We're going to do it in honor of the most verbal person here, who is Mike, and we're going to. It's called the Loyalty. So
I love it.
please, want to hear? Let's hear about.
So basically,
Your
like I
experience.
kind of pitched the idea to the fellas, like I was like, boys, I don't see the point in recording a whole EP and dropping it in one lump sum when you could just do singles at a time and just market each single and just try and pump each track individually. Like obviously, if you're a A-list band, you could probably drop like a whole album at once and it would be promoted. You have your 2 singles and it would probably be easier just to for it to explode.
It's like
But
45s, like how they used to release 45s in like the 60s.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
singles, right?
The whole-
It keeps more focus on each track rather than just spewing them all out at once.
Yeah.
Right. It kind of like you're stringing along the magic just a little bit longer because I feel like you drop one EP one week, a week later a million other bands just dropped their EP. So your best bet is to
milk
just
it.
and then it's all about right now in the industry, content is king. So it's all about content. So the more you're releasing content, the more you're in the now, the more you're staying in the shuffle. So the more consistent you are, the more people are you're basically like staying programmed in the viewer's brains now so that people are going to remember you. Whereas if you just drop your one EP, hey guys, go check out my music, and then 6 months later you're like, hey, by the way, did you check out my EP 6 months ago? It's just going to be like the fire's gone. Whereas if every 2 months you're dropping like a new track, it's like you're consistently bombarding that social media and you're like just staying in the loop, which is like kind of like for all the new indie bands out there, like I really feel like that's what you guys need to be doing. Right?
Plus, it's
So-
cool because you can do the title cover too. We do a different title cover for each single, which
Right,
I'm very proud.
right.
You know,
More artwork, so there's more depth to each song, right?
So what would be able to have some fun, if I could be so bold to analogize, the law of economics. You limit the supply and increase the demand. Very similar to what I'm doing with these cocktails, which I should really get to shaking.
nice. Good on.
So now, is there a venue that is, obviously outside of the Parkdale Hall, that is really like the dream spot that you're looking forward to, or at least just being able to get back out and see people again?
Well, we haven't been to Toronto for a little bit. Before the pandemic hit, we were going to be playing. I think that it was Sneaky Deeds.
Mm-hmm.
We were
Or
gonna be-
Bovine.
Ah,
These are the
I think it was
It
the
was the
Bovine.
Bovine.
Yeah, we had a
You're
gig lined up
totally
there,
right.
and then
with my folks in the stagehand.
but
Personally,
Yeah,
I'd like
it's
to get
alright.
back to the horseshoe again.
Yes.
Horseshoe's a great
Horseshoe's
venue.
a
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
venue. The Horseshoe was really nice. We played there one time with our buddies in Critical and a few other bands. So the Horseshoe was our big show in Toronto. And
Great venue. Great venue.
yeah. So that's why whenever we can come out to places like this, we're in Parkdale Hall right now, and it's actually
This is beautiful hall, actually. This is
We're always eager to get to Toronto.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is nice.
Now, I'm not sure if
mean-
you're familiar, but the history for this building goes all the way back to the 1920s.
Do tell.
in various stages and forms, but really that's something that is quite researchable and something you should look up online, because
Love
if the focus is on you, but the building has a character and a history of its own.
Yeah.
So very much looking forward to everyone being able to partake.
Love
Very
that.
cool.
Pete. Well, pleasure
Oh, we
to
have
be
you
here.
little umbrellas for this one?
Sick.
Well, two of you do.
Excellent.
I just figured it'd be fun to make, to watch
Wanna
people
rock,
fight
paper,
over it.
scissors for it?
I will fight you to death for the umbrella.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Uh-oh.
RPS?
Yeah.
Rochambeau? Kick you in the nuts? You
Nah,
kick me
let's
in the
do
nuts?
the
I'll kick you in the
RPS.
nuts first, though.
No deal.
Oh,
Ready?
definitely paper. Definitely paper.
1, 2, 3.
Ah! Psychological!
Damn. I didn't
Psychological
think it was-
warfare.
And did you two want a Rochambeau for the umbrella?
She can have it.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
What a gentleman.
No problem.
Cheers.
See, that's a prime example of loyalty.
Boom. There it is. Thanks, Pete.
There we go.
Cheers, my dude.
Enjoy, salut.
Loyalty. What a crazy name for a drink.
So now this one here is a little bit different. It's something that I've put together, concocted, if you will, where it's a combination of Crazy Monkey, blue curacao, a grapefruit juice, a little bit of simple syrup, a little bit of lemon, and a touch of love with some ginger ale to keep it light, refreshing, and optically blue, because blue's always fun.
This is a great color.
This is great.
I feel like
can't
I'm
believe you made this
on a
up.
beach right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to just walk into the sunset, into the ocean. Just call it a day. Just, you know what? I'm gonna drink this drink. I'm gonna walk in the ocean into the sunset. And just I'm gone.
That's gone.
I know that idea sounds crazy, right?
Whoa.
Crazy Monkey,
Damn.
Crazy like
You're
a
really
monkey.
monkeying around here,
a
bud.
little bit of post-pandemic travel, a little bit of revenge travel, ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
There we go. So we're going to be moving on to the next segment shortly. We're going to be talking about the music, the songs, and the last cocktail for the evening. And then we get to hear you play.
Love it.
Are you excited? I'm excited. I hope you're excited because we're coming back. So those drinks were really special to me, and I'm so happy I was able to make them in honor of Mike. But there's an even more important drink right now that we're going to be wrapping up as a third cocktail. But what are we here for? We're here for the music. So we need to start talking about the songs that have been released and what's available on your website. Let's go through them, starting off with, tell me all about Pretty Kitty.
Cool. Thank you, Pete. So I wrote Pretty Kitty about this Pretty Kitty right here, actually. It's a song that I kind of lent a little bit into a little bit of like a BDSM kind of consciousness.
Okay.
It's, the whole thing is come on, come here, kitty, kitty, right?
That's hot.
Yeah, that was the plan with it. And a lot of the times when we write our stuff, we're kind of like a three-headed dragon, as I always like to say. I'll write a song, I'll get the whole idea the whole way through, and I'll show it to the boys, and we kind of more or less go by the vision I had for my song.
Okay.
Sean will bring us a song, and he'll have the whole thing kind of sketched out the whole way through, and we sort of cater to the vision that Sean has for his songs as well.
Right.
Was there a similar process for Can't Be Bothered?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Can't Be Bothered was another one that I sketched out.
And the inspiration for that, where did it come from?
Well, Can't Be Bothered, I wrote, I don't know, I think that I might have done like, I like to do psychedelics once in a while, just to try different things.
Inspiration comes in all forms.
That's how I would say it too. And the idea of it is that, I can't be bothered by these times. That's the lyric that keeps coming through. It turned into a very punky thing. One day, Sean and I were doing a spray painted, really crappy banner.
Come on,
It was
man.
like
It
a
was
bed
meant.
sheet.
It was meant.
And we sprayed it, and the spray paint was like and you could just see it on this thing. It was garbage.
Put my heart and soul into that.
And Sean's doing it, and I'm playing guitar.
You are a man.
And it was at that moment that we wrote that I wrote that song. I can't remember where I put my drugs last night. I'm just trying to get through the day without a fight. So many things left unsaid, so many things in my head, but I can't remove the tab from the paint can. It's like I've got so many ideas in my life I want to do, but I can't remove the tab from, I can't make the tools happen. So that's, where the consciousness of that song came from. I sketched it out, had the thing right there, and then we just bring it together. I usually show the idea to the boys, and then everybody puts flesh on the bones that I kind of sketched out.
Got
Same
it.
thing that Sean always does when he brings his songs to the table.
Well, I have to say, not in like the cheesy way to segue to the last song, but in my heart, you are definitely making me smile. Because that song and that music video blew my mind. And for anyone who hasn't seen it, you have to watch this music video. Not just because it's a one of a kind, just such a specific expression to bring people up to speed on what's going on and a commentary on norms, but if you don't watch it, you won't know what we're talking about. So really, you should watch the video.
It's essential.
Pause this and then watch the video. It's actually quite important to watch this. But I don't want to take away from the stars of this feature and explaining exactly why it's important, and I will be making this drink called Smile.
Smile. Love it, Pete.
Sounds delicious.
Well, we are a bunch of crazy monkeys. This song, actually, the video, I'm proud to say, came from the feminine consciousness. There was one night where it was me and Bree and our friend
My
Chelsea.
roommate Chelsea.
Yep.
And we were all sitting listening to Smile, and Chelsea was like, "You know, what would be great? We did like a photo shoot theme song for this video. So like super campy.
Yeah,
It's
we had
just-
an
it's
idea.
great to see the balls or boots, if you will, come from you guys to be able to challenge that norm.
Love that, baby. Yeah. That was the idea. It was that Chelsea and Bree together made this whole idea that the guys were going to be the models who were kind of underneath the thumb of these two women who were bossing us around and telling us to smile for the camera, baby.
Hard work.
Yep.
Hard work.
Yep. It was the old gender switcheroo. That's a common thing that I like to do anyway.
Now, it can be uncomfortable at times, especially now that you've experienced on camera when someone decides to tell you to shake it, especially on command.
Yeah. When
But
you
we
get
should-
told to, you know?
But we try not to judge. But what's important to really address here is the importance of societal norms and really challenging those stereotypes. I was very surprised and honestly just refreshed to see not just the imagery and the messaging, but the fact that each one of you, while you were performing, you were enthusiastic. Like there was an energy like that. Where did that come from?
We always try to be that way.
Just trying to have a little bit of fun while
Yeah.
we're doing it, you know?
Yeah. You know, this happened during the pandemic. And when we were out there and doing this whole thing, honestly, it was the funnest damn thing that we've done in a long time. The guys that we work with, they're called the North Brothers. They're guys who we've worked with before on another song that we actually did called Kyle's Song. We all did it at my place, and like, you know the Kyle meme, the angry kid who punches holes in his walls. We made a music video to that whole thing, and it was these same guys, the North Brothers.
Oh,
Yeah, they're good. They're good dudes, and they are getting better at their thing all the time.
I guess what I want to know is how'd you get that footage of me as a child? that is
Hey, we're all
alarming.
there. We've all been a Kyle.
I mean, there
Like,
was,
we dig deep,
Yeah.
Pete. We dig deep.
there was a reason for that name change legally, Don.
Yeah, I used to love it.
Now, what would you want as like the biggest takeaway for people to interpret and understand from Smile? Because honestly, each music piece is its own unique child, but that one really stood out to me. Just the video obviously gave us such important context. Where do you want that message to carry? How do you want people to see it?
Honestly, like I wrote the song as naturally as like a Jimi Hendrix tribute, and just love hard, man. Go out, smile. It's a timeless thing, and just be happy. Live your life to the fullest because it's short, and just be cool, man. Just be chill, love life, and just like just sail, smooth sailing.
Send it.
You know,
Not choppy
sometimes-
waters like what I'm doing.
Nice.
Maybe sometimes
can
go
help
out
it.
and get a little crazy.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
right.
just love hard, man. Just like get out there, just live your life and just smile. Smile.
I love the idea of smile as this kind of thing, smile for me, baby, smile for the camera. A lot of people think that when, it's a kind of a funny, ironic, weird line going on there because you can kind of go out and smile and have a good time and even laugh and be chill. And some people might find that cheesy, I guess. A lot of people just, I don't know, it's almost like smiling and having a good time is like old hat in some sort of senses. But what we try to do is we try to get people to just I always say smiling is an organic act that cannot be forced. You know, if we can actually have people like smiling for real like that at a show, I don't know what else. I don't know what
I
else you need to go
did
for in
my
life.
job.
This is true. So
I don't know how much
in honor of that, I'd like to present you with the Smile cocktail, at least as I understand it to be. So this is a combination of Crazy Monkey, along with some incredibly floral Saint Germain, very simple syrup, some lemon, and topped off with soda. So it's designed to be effervescent, floral, and of course, rim of a really, really pretty yellow sugar, just because why not be extra?
Extra is what we're all about.
It's true.
Shoot.
Enjoy.
I can do extra. Thank you so much, Pete.
Thank you.
Makes me smile.
I love
Mission-
the Saint Germain.
Accomplished.
Oh, look at that! You're making it, Pete. Oh, this sugar's dope.
It's a party in my mouth. There's a party in my mouth.
Loves this sugar.
Now, as BUSM is enjoying their final cocktail, they will be preparing to go up on stage, and you're going to get to enjoy some really, really special sounds. As mentioned earlier, you can check out their website and also the portal through CRockLive.com, as well as CRock Live magazine. And naturally, they're going to be performing here at the Parkdale Hall in Toronto. So as they continue to enjoy, I'm so glad that we were able to enjoy the company of Bree with Sean and Mike and Dustin. My name is Peter Linnaeus. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to enjoy the music as it's coming your way, whichever form you choose to take.